Hello everybody, welcome to Take 2 Reviews. This is our third episode of the Flop Files, a fourth overall review, and today we are going to be doing WRESTLEMANIAC from 2006. Now, here's the thing you should know. I will not be showing footage of this. One, because I can't get access to it at this moment, and so it would be better if I just don't. And the other reason being that it is very blood-filled, and I don't want to have to censor a lot of stuff in these. That isn't what my goal is. If you would rather I do that, I can do that in the future, absolutely, when I do horror movies. But that wasn't the case here. WRESTLEMANIAC is shit. It is actually shit. It is pure garbage. It has a great premise, but it goes fucking awry completely. It goes absolutely awry with the premise. The premise is just overall that a group of people go into this abandoned ghost town, and they're there to shoot a adult film. And the end result is all of them die. That's literally the end. That's the main thing. There is no survivor in this. What I was unaware of is just how fucking stupid everyone in this movie is made out to be. Everyone except the wrestler, the fucking El Mascarada, is made to look like the biggest fucking idiot and the biggest moron in this entire thing. You can't find like this. This is awful. This is the worst of the worst. So let's get into this. First, so this was done in released by October 20th, 2006. Director is Jesse Baguette. It is 22% audience score on Tomatoes, and it stars the original Rey Mysterio, not the WWE superstar Rey Mysterio. No. His uncle, the original luchador Rey Mysterio. And this movie already starts off amazing because it starts off in this like tavern barn thing in this ghost town where a woman runs out of it, screaming, covered in blood. And that's how it starts. Now, if you only knew the end result to that, you would laugh your ass off watching that. Now, you're gonna learn what the result of that is, because it's fucking stupid. So stupid. So damn stupid. So, we start with a vet. We first start with just a bunch of footage of, I'm assuming, Lucha Libre wrestling, maybe some involving the original Rey Mysterio. I don't actually know, but it's very old footage of luchadors doing a thing where a big deal where a crossbody was a big move, and a hurricane was a big move. They were changing the landscape at that point, and then and they don't know how rules work even then. No wonder where AEW takes its influence. Anyways, so yeah, we get into that. We start off, we get into a van. We cut to a van where dude has a lighter that says Big Dick on it. Guarantee you that guy does not have one, because anyone who has a lighter that says Big Dick usually got a small one. Anyways, so he gets it, we give in, and we cut to the crew, where I don't think I learned all of any of these people's names. I learned about two, I think. One was named Daisy. One's name, hold on, what's his name? Jimbo, I think? Jimbo. Those are the only two names I remember. I don't remember anyone else. There were two other women, and the guy who I'm pretty sure, I actually couldn't learn name, because I'm pretty sure the main lead director guy, called him about 14 different names, because he just kept calling, I think called him Fatty, Max, I think he called him Steve, I think at one point even. Like, he called him a bunch of different names. He had no idea what his name was. So I called him Camera Guy. So they're all driving in Mexico, and they have no fucking clue where they're going. I don't think they actually even had an end goal in mind, because they never once say where they actually planned on going. They just confirmed they're in Mexico. So I have no idea where they ended up going. I don't even think they knew. They were just driving. They probably intended, they were probably going to get lost no matter what. They didn't have a destination. How do you go and get lost? They're driving, they get introduced, and they're talking, and two of them are women, they're going to shoot an adult film. And they have the camera guy there, who's in the adult film. The camera guy who films the adult film, I should say. Two women who are the stars. A third woman who is knocked out, who we'll learn about later, who participates at times. The lead director guy who's driving the van, who participates. And then Jimbo, it's his van. That's the only reason he's there. He had no reason to be there. I don't know what his plan was, why he was there, but he was there. So they're driving the van, and one dude, the camera guy starts filming, asking him questions. The one dude is knocked out. He lifts up her dress to show her ass, and then because apparently we needed that in this film. So then we go about. I'm trying to not use my notes, so I'm trying to go off of memory here. So I probably will end up having to look at them, but I'm trying not to at this moment. So then they're driving, and they keep having to pee. The one woman has to pee, but he won't until they see a gas station where they demand he stops, so he stops. They then go off, and she tries to go into a restroom where a dude comes out wearing a luchador mask. Why, I don't know. And I swear to God, this guy is what Trolls were based off of. This guy was the ugliest human being. This guy made George the Animal Steel look like a fucking handsome devil. Who the hell was this guy? I have no idea, but he was doing that. He was ugly as hell. And then, for some reason, he has a luchador mask. Then suddenly, I know the camera guy just has a luchador mask. Where the fuck he has a luchador mask came from, I don't know. I don't know if he's hiding in his crotch or something. He only has one. It was so fucking weird. So then they start, talking, because he tells one where the bathroom is, and his demeanor is weird. He goes, "Where are you geezers going with such beautiful cartage?" I was like, what the fuck? So weird. This guy just, his vibes were weird. And you only see him in one scene, but he gave more creepier vibes than anyone else did. So he's just dead talking, and he's telling the story of a ghost town called, hold on, I want to get the name of it right. I'm going to say this right anyways. La Sangre de Dios, I think is the name of it. I might have said that wrong, but I'm just gonna call it De Dios. So they're going, and director guy thinks this will be the perfect place to shoot the adult film, because De Dios is the ghost town, so no one will be there, so it won't be illegal. And camera guy for some reason wants to go there, and camera guy then explains the lore of De Dios, which makes me more confused on why he wants to go there. Because the whole lore is there is this psychopathic, murderous luchador wrestler who has apparently been kept there because he went crazy and killed a lot of people. If I heard that was the lore and they believe it to be real, the one place I'm not going is there. But they decided, because they're stupid, that they have to go there. So they go there. And because they're also stupid, the director guy does not pay attention to the road and runs over a rock, but apparently running over this a little bit of a big rock causes the entire van to just malfunction. It stops working right outside of De Dios. So they go into, he breaks the log and the thing falls over, and he goes, "Welcome to De Dios, welcome to the ghost town," and they go off. And the camera guy is fascinated. The cameraman is fascinated by this place because he is just in a zone looking at this plane being like, it's real. It's actually real. To explain the story of El Mascarada, the crazy luchador, apparently he came out of nowhere in the 1960s to help, you know, Mexico win the Olympics or something like that. And then after that, he just went fuck crazy and started, and all the top wrestlers before him disappeared. And then he gouged the guy's luchador's eyeballs out, and he killed him. And so that's how he ended up, and then they sent him here, because apparently jail doesn't exist in Mexico in the 60s. I don't know why, but apparently you don't send a luchador, you don't send someone who murders someone to jail, you send them to a ghost town. Okay? So in this ghost town, they start showing, the two women who are conscious, start, you know, then doing their thing, because they're gonna film the fucking adult film, and I skipped through this part because they happened for a while of unnecessariness. Then the third woman, who we find out is named Daisy, comes to. She comes to, she walks in, and she's drinking alcohol, even though she's clearly already drunk. She's drinking alcohol, and she wanders. She ends up, they start doing their thing, and then suddenly out of nowhere, she has to throw up. Now this is the part I found so stupid. Start off. She has to throw up. So she leaves the place they're at. She doesn't want to throw up on them. That's fine. What confused me is she just keeps going places. Like, if I'm in a ghost town where nobody is and I have to throw up, once I leave that building, I'm throwing up. I'm throwing up on the floor. Because, like, why am I leaving the town to go throw up? Like, what the f... Because, like, where are you going? There's no one there. No one's gonna criticize you. It's an abandoned place, so you know. So she like wanders off. She throws up and keeps wandering out of the city. Then her stupid ass, her barefooted, dipshitted, stupid ass, goes and steps on glass because she's fucking stupid and a big. It's not even like little glass shard. It's a big thing of like glass or car parts that like clearly would do some damage to you, but she's not paying attention because apparently she can only look side to side. The one thing she can't do, she's physically unable to do, is look down, because she never does the whole time she's walking. So she then she hurts her leg, she can't move, and then El Mascarada, who we don't see, runs around and kills her off screen. So then she's dead. Daisy's dead. Because we never see her again. Until, I think they show her body, but she's like mainly dead. So then we go on and, they're looking over the footage. Because apparently that's what you do. Well, at least actually, I assume that's what you do if you're shooting the thing. Make sure the footage right. And the camera guy notices that there's a shadow following Daisy as she leaves, but they think it's nothing. He then, Jimbo, wonders where Daisy is, so he goes look for Daisy. And then we get the most generic tension build ever. Oh, it's exactly what you expect. He's walking, and you're just, nothing's happening, and then suddenly a little door opens, and suddenly things fall over, just to build tension on what's gonna happen. Then the guy comes around, and El Mascarada strangles him to death. And he strangles him, and then we see him just not officially die, he's like gripping on, and then suddenly, you know, we cut to the next scene, and then we find out later he's dead, but we'll get to what the hell the guy does afterwards. So, they're going to try to leave, but the van again isn't working, and one of the women, turns out her dad knows, it runs a mechanic shop, so she knows how to work a vehicle. And, oh, by the way, also, I just want one thing. The late director, you were made to hate this guy from the beginning, because the first thing he says, for one thing he does, is it throws out a map to tell them where they're going, and then makes a major racist comment. Because the first thing he goes, he's like, First thing he says is, oh, because apparently the camera guy is Mexican. And he goes, yeah, I'm Mexican, but I'm raised in Seattle. He's like, yeah, but you're Mexican. You'll know how to get around this part. You'll know how to lead to the nearest taco shop. That's about as racist and that stereotypical as you can get, man. I don't think racist is the word, but stereotypical as you can fucking get. Anyways, later on, the crew has to go looking for Jimbo because apparently Daisy's no longer concerned because Jimbo is who they're looking for. They keep screaming looking for Jimbo. Nope, they don't care about Daisy, despite the fact she's been gone way longer than Jimbo. But Jimbo is the one they're concerned about. They all go looking for. They then go looking and we get, again, a long amount of building, tension building. Nothing really happens for a good length until they go into this one room where they find Jimbo, but you don't see Jimbo's face. You see his back's to him. So this woman walks over to him, turns him around, and his face is gone. He has no face. Because in luchador, the greatest embarrassment you can do to someone after you lose a match, you rip their mask off. To this guy, that means he rips your mask off, aka he rips your face off. So that's what El Mascarado does. He rips your face off. So he rips off Jimbo's face. Jimbo's dead. So then the Mr. Director guy says, you're all crazy, and he goes to walk away. And then in the shadows, as he's about to leave the area, he sees El Mascarado, so he runs back, hides in a room, and Mascarado tries to barricade the door, or like run through the door, but they're trying to block it, and then at some point they all end up leaving, and I don't know what happens there. I missed that part, how they got out. So El Mascarado then, the one director dude locks himself in a building, won't let the cameraman and the other woman in, just barricades the door, and El Mascarado just goes in. I'm not even joking, I'm pretty sure that's what he did. He went in a back door, because the guy didn't think about back doors, and then grabs him, and grabs the director, and gives him one of the longest beatings I've seen a man take for a movie. Like, he throws him throat first, so a metal part is into his throat, so he's bleeding from the throat, and gets thrown into like 6 different objects, and continues to just get up, slam face first into a fucking wall, just keeps getting up, keeps going, and keeps crawling away, and keeps living. He then, so finally, we see El Mascarado with a face looking like El Mascarado is Rey Mysterio, the original Rey Mysterio Sr. And he looks, I'll give him this, for 2006, my man's jacked. My man looks like a specimen. Like, he's a fucker. He looks good. I'll give him that. And then we see him, and he rips the mask, rips the face off of the director guy and kills him. He's dead. So the cameraman and the other woman, because there's one woman, this is the part I hate with this, not knowing names. One woman is still working on the vehicle, while cameraman and the second woman is, and one woman is running around being chased by El Mascarado. El Mascarado then, they go into, I guess was his little home, where he has just masks hanging on the wall. The building's covered in blood. And then the cameraman notices that they're in a wrestling ring, because he built his own little makeshift ring off of ropes and like tank cup things, gallon things. Sorry, that's my bad explaining for you. El Mascarado then shows up, and the cameraman puts on his lucha mask. He's like, okay, it's time to go to work. So El Mascarado will close the door, and we don't see any violence from them. But El Mascarado proceeds to beat the living shit out of both of them. They both couldn't fight him with ease. He whoops their ass. He squash matches them in 2K18. He just destroys them all off screen. Because you cut back, and the woman's crawling away, and he just grabs and pulls her back and hits her with a backbreaker, and she's dead. And Camel Guy tries to get up and says, "That all you got?" Which he then proceeds to just beat the shit out of him more, including a good old-fashioned splash off the top rope. Splashes him down, then goes and rips the face off the woman, and we find out later, rips the face off the Camel Guy. So they're both dead. Well, so you think, at the moment, at least. Then there's the last woman who goes in, because, you know, with the van, because she got the van working. So she goes looking for them, and then El Mascarado shows up, and they play a game of hide and seek. Except she's bad at hiding, because he knows where she is every time. Because she hides in a bus, like, can't be seen. El Mascarado just waits, walks around, makes her think she's safe, then goes in and tries to breaks the window, tries to grab out the window. But she stabs him with a key. Like, gets a key into his hand to get him to go away. And then she hides, like, in a box thing, and he just you think they cut to him and he leaves, and you think, like, he's gone, so she waits a few minutes, comes out, and El Mascarado's just standing there waiting for her to come out, which is hilarious. That killed me. So that she runs again, and finally it leads to the same place, the same area where the ring is, where she just is covered in blood because it's just blood spewed everywhere. And Camera Guy's there, and fucking alive. He grabs her by the leg and explains that he's gotta take her out. He's gotta take him out. So he, and then dies, and he has to release his grip, because when you die, you pretty much stiffen up, so he's just stuck to her. So she's able to release his grip, and then finally, they get into a fight, and she jabs him with something sharp, and he falls back, but he's not dead as he's trying to rip it off. She runs. And this stupid bitch, this is another example. This pissed me off, this ending. This ending pissed me off. Because this isn't even a movie where the guy is, like, the ending is the dude's dead, and, like, the person just gets away. Because she's running away. She's running to freedom. Except this stupid bitch also somehow can't look where she's running, and apparently runs right into a spike. Like, runs to something that spikes her. And she dies. So she's dead. So they all die, but that one's the worst. And then El Mascarado, I guess the next day, just gets in the van and drives off so he gets out of this village. And drives to wherever the hell he plans on going, I don't know. And then you see the movie, then the credits roll, and that's the end of the movie. But this movie fucking sucks, bro. It just fucking sucks. It's an awful movie. I would still say it's the third worst I've seen this year. The next time I do one of these reviews, I'm gonna have a whiteboard that's gonna have the 10 worst movies I've watched this year. And it would go at this moment, Shark Exorcist, Howard the Duck, WRESTLEMANIAC, and then, even down on the list would be like Gila Monster. So it'd go Exorcist, Duck, WRESTLEMANIAC, Gila Monster. But yeah, this movie sucks. It fucking sucks. Ladies and gentlemen, let me know what you think of WRESTLEMANIAC in the comments. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. I'm sorry for no footage, but I can't get it, use it for this one. Thank you all for watching. And I'll see you all for the next one.